Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a big one.
So what would you say the purpose of life is? Because I've been wondering that since I was a kid.
This was one of my very first questions when I started to channel and download information. What are we doing here? So I'll kind of briefly, I'll briefly sum it up. So I believe that within this universe anyway, because there's many universes, we have 12 dimensions. All a dimension is a vibrational density, right? So as we move up through the dimensions, the density of vibration gets less and less. Here we are in the third density, the third dimension frequency. So it's quite dense here. So in every dimension, as a soul, we have many different incarnations. And for each incarnation that we choose through each dimension, there is a set of lessons that we have to learn. Every dimension, based on its density, gives us a certain amount of limitation, right? So because we're here in the third dimension frequency, the concepts of space and time are very linear. They're very limited. And there's many lessons that we can learn within the confines of those limitations. So from my exploration, I believe that every dimension has a certain number of lessons to learn. Let's say 1,000 lessons per dimension. So then we can live 1,000 lifetimes or maybe 10,000 lifetimes per dimension. Once we learn all of those lessons in each dimension based on the limitations, we move on to another dimension. Now, I used to think that, okay, so you go from dimension 1, graduate, dimension 2, dimension 3, and it's not even that way. I'm perceiving this understanding of the universe in a linear way, when as a matter of fact, in my last lifetime, I could have been an 8th dimensional Pleiadian being, right? So the whole kind of purpose of being incarnated and separate from Source to begin with is really just to go through different lessons and be faced with different challenges and different limitations and overcome them and move forward and move through all of the 12 dimensions. And then once you're there in this place of enlightenment, or whatever you want to call it, you actually go back as an ascended master and you help all of the other beings and all of the other souls and all of the other dimensions. And then you have a choice. Do you want to go back to Source in this universe, or do you want to become your own source and create your own universe?